causes, effects, and conditions, they're all just points of view. We learn that everything that appears is connected somehow. However, its only connection is the non-dual expanse in which there's never been anything to connect with each other. Do you see what I'm saying? So if we say that if we attribute causes and effects and conditions to everything, then we live our whole life within causes, effects, and conditions. And so, it's just like saying something like disease is caused by karma, or disease is caused by anything. When disease appears and we rest as awareness, then we just know that as a point of view that is circumstantially appearing. We don't have to connect it with anything. All points of view, no matter what they are spontaneously appearing wholly positive, empty purity. That's all they are. And so the moment we start to fabricate what is entirely unfabricated and uncompounded, then we collapse into points of view. When we just rest without bothering ourselves with the need to look into everything in such a way, to poke at it, then what we realize is potently beneficial wisdom that doesn't need any thinking. It's already present, and it doesn't take up. It knows everything about cause and effect. First of all, it knows that whole game. To awareness, cause and effect is like a board game. It's kind of like Monopoly. It's just something to play with, but it's not anything important. And time and location the same way. This is just another board game to timeless awareness. It's nothing to rely on or impute with any import. When we rest as awareness, something that is so needed by each of us as human beings and for all of us as a species, then we move beyond all these conventional limitations such as time and location and cause and effect. When we attribute everything to time and location, cause and effect, conditions, then you can see how our whole life we're caught up in these points of view. When we have to connect points of view with each other, then it's like playing a connect the dots game our entire life. We spend our whole life connecting the dots of points of view and trying to prove that they're connected to each other. But when we just relax, then the whole connect the dot game disappears. It resolves in basic space. There's no need to struggle in such a way. There's absolutely no need to struggle in such a way. A simple way to look at it is that all these points of view that appear, they're just spontaneous wisdom appearances, spontaneous appearances of love, spontaneous appearances of complete openness and nothing else. Everything we need to know is already known in wisdom, completely known. So no need to do anything other than relax. No matter what we're doing, the more we relax whatever we're doing, even if we're doing something very rigorous, the more energy we have. The nature of everything is complete rest and ease. And this is so obvious in that everything, no matter what it is comprised of space. And space, what can you say about it? It's just completely easeful in every way. We have all kinds of ways of showing ourselves today that everything, no matter what it is completely comprised of space. No matter how dense a material object can be, we can put it in a particle accelerator and show that it's nothing but space. You and me, we could be in a particle accelerator. We'd be nothing but space. So there's no need to complicate it beyond that. To get into discrimination, seeking within, searching, all these are just points of view. They're all based on cause and effect, that somehow through discrimination we'll learn something, that somehow through seeking we'll learn something. And whenever we imply that that's going on, there's someone headed somewhere. But in completely natural rest, there's no one headed anywhere. Everything that is already naturally present. You see, within pure space, there's no ultimate and relative. There's never been ultimate or relative. To say ultimate or relative is to adopt an extreme of either ultimate or relative. And in doing so, then we're completely lost in one extreme or another. In cause and effect, there's regular knowledge and regular knowing. Discrimination, discernment, that's all based on points of view and rearranging points of view. But in resting as awareness, there's sublime knowing, where there's no learner and learned. There is insight that is also sublime, beyond any kind of need to think about anything. We get so accustomed to dualist thinking, sorting everything out in opposite terms, dualist terms, that when we hear something like what I've just been saying, what we automatically try to do is sort it out. And through the filters, the dualist filters that have been the operating software for some time. So then we say, oh, well, it's either cause and effect or beyond causality, one of the two. But I didn't say that. What I'm saying is that to be beyond causality and causation are not two. They're not two. And it's only in resting as awareness that that's understood. Everything that appears, no matter what it is a circumstantial wisdom appearance of timeless awareness. When we rest as awareness, we know that, and we have complete freedom in the direct encounter with all points of view, no matter how we might describe them. And the more powerful that becomes in us, in other words, the more it intensifies, the more we have complete mastery over all phenomena. We can arrange the dream as we will. Why not give it a whirl? Just keep resting as awareness and see what happens. You may find out you can choose to be sick or not. You may find in illness a wisdom appearance that is so incredible, so tremendous in terms of your own experience of illness, that what you find in resting as awareness as that illness can be of tremendous benefit to all beings. But you can never know that if you continue to look at only causes and conditions, or to try to separate out the two, the causes and effects and the beyond causality. There's never been a split. Now, you're already resting as awareness, and this is good because you're able to rest as awareness with this poisoning, and you found some freedom in that perhaps you didn't have before. So you see, this is how you're showing yourself that what we're saying here is true. You're like a good scientist. You've been given a theory. Now you're going out and testing it to see if it has the result that the theory states. So you see, even for a scientific materialist, resting as awareness is a good practice. You don't have to be head over heels involved in a religion or spirituality or philosophy or anything. It's just about being human. You can be if you want to be involved in religion. It's fine, or spirituality. Just rest as awareness while you're enjoying all of whatever it is you're doing. Yeah. You see, in this way, food poisoning or illness, whatever it might be, it becomes the ultimate puja. The ultimate puja. You see, any of these words we've been employing, they can be understood in an ultimate way through resting as awareness.